Hello, beautiful friends and family. Good to see you. I've missed all of you. I've been away, as many of you know, and I am back with a message for you from friends and family. I hope this blesses you as it has blessed me to receive and to transmit. We received this over a series of couple of days, and this is the 12th of July 2024. A message for now. Here we go. This is regarding eye colors, symbols, placing our discovery tools, experiencing our Earth curriculum plan with joy. More and more people are seeking to find themselves and the true nature of who they are and why they're here. People are uncovering hidden messages daily, here and now. Did you know that you placed discovery tools for you to find for your awakening? Lies and confusions programmed into people have held them back from the openings, activations, realizations, and discoveries that they came here to find and experience. Because we have neutralized the frequency codes which were feeding into these negative programs, as the people let go and stop believing the lies, the programming, they are waking up to their true selves and finding pure joy in their discoveries. The light workers here are more fully activating and are radiating out the light, pushing back the darkness, which is helping those who are asleep, slowly opening their eyes and coming out of the fog. Light codes are radiating from your sun to specifically nurture you, light workers. You have an army of defenders, nurturers, healers, and assistants at the ready. Remember that you chose your tasks and learning experiences to be challenging. Your helpers are aware and will not interfere, but await your asking for help. Although if you ever come into a sticky situation in which you are unable to ask for help, you have arranged in advance for your aides to help without the asking. Mercy is the overseer of this. All involved are following your guide plan, which was developed in special conferences long before your arrival here. This is why we say, trust the plan. You're commended for your bravery, endurance, insight, and for your tremendous growth, dear ones. Yes, there are many who are not moving ahead as quickly as they could be. They are in that stuck mode, but do not want the aid available. It is their choice to be stuck and work through the emotional and mental challenges coming through these planned difficulties. Those who arranged for help when stuck are receiving assistance. There are some saying that none of you came here to suffer or to endure conflicts. Use your discernment. Remember This is not about suffering, but is for spiritual enhancement through a variety of experiences, some very difficult and challenging, which some may call suffering. We have told you in your curriculum, which you have developed with your many counsels, and you have chosen highly advanced curriculums, not the easy paths of learning. We do not call this suffering. We call this advanced learning. When you fully realize and understand this concept, you will unload many burdens from your heart: anger, fear, mistrust, confusion. When you see that this is a cooperative, advanced, pre-planned, yet completely interactive curriculum plan, which you and participants can and do make changes as you go along, this is what you know as the probabilities in the quantum field. All of these probabilities can be thought of as discovery tools to play with, to create with, to learn and grow from. As you grow, you are entrusted with more of these tools. As you awaken, you learn how to seek and find these creative tools in your quantum field. You are seeing more colors. You are hearing more frequencies. You are feeling and seeing and hearing more of these energy waves. Wave your hands in the air and feel the quantum energy. It feels like waving your hands through water, doesn't it? Because it is. See the sparkles in the air around you and feel free to interact with all of this. All is consciousness, life. All of this is here to interact with you as you choose. The more you interact, the more you awaken to the divine. This is love. This is beauty. This is life. Back to the curriculums. This is important. You are to help each other as needed, and this is a part of the curriculum. So again, be wary of those who call themselves enlightened ones and advise others to never involve themselves with others, or they will be interfering with their chosen paths. This is simply not correct. It is your choosing to include many others to participate in your curriculum, and in so doing, you are participating in theirs, much like group learning activities in your school systems on your Earth planet. Often the students put their desks or tables together and co-work creatively on a project. This is good. This is what many of you do, and this is good. We love to see this cooperative, creative work and play. Again, you have imposters in your arena, lost in their own ego, advising others with incorrect and harmful information. Open your discernment, open your heart, and think, learn, speak, act from the heart structure. This is where your power is. You are powerful. This is where your wisdom is. You are wise. Remember, wisdom and understanding are consciousness partners and work together. One cannot function well without the other. When you operate in and from your heart, where your power is, you are working with and through wisdom and understanding, consciousness of Christ, the Christos. And this is how you have your power, which comes from Divine Creator, love. Divine Creator is pure love and light. And you are a spark of Divine Creator. You are light. You are love. Our respects and unconditional love to all. This transmission comes from Pleiadians and other star families who joined in, and we say we love you very much. And now, from me, Julie B, and star families from Lyra and others who have joined in. These messages go together, and you'll see as we go here. You are looking for clues and keys, and they are in you. We give you blood type information shared on Gaia, and we share other combined informations on Discovery Tools. Be blessed by this. Your blood types are important clues for you. If you have O blood type, deep memories of Atlantis or Egypt can lie in you. You might want to think about going to Egypt and touch artifacts if you can. This can help you open memories, which can be tools for your creative work here. If you have A blood type, you might want to read Norse mythology to download important informations. You might want to go to Egypt, if possible, to gain more information by receiving energy from that area, which can open memories if you choose to. If you are anemic and you can't handle iron, this is in your soul DNA. It can be a reminder to you of being a druid or fairy. You might want to explore information in that. Remember, we've learned how to go in, even into our DNA, our Akashic records, and explore information. By doing that, by gaining the information that you need, a memory code that you need for now, then you are able to release the anemia after receiving the information. Often, your bodies hold illnesses, conditions, or what you call diseases, to help you recall your soul memories and how to use that information where you are right now. These are more tools which you have agreed to in advance. Once you find the tool through this illness or condition, you are then recommended to simply let go of it. You no longer need it. Say thank you very much and let it go. You will know when the right time is to do that. Allow your higher self to guide you. If you have AB blood type, you can have a combination of Norse and Lemuria codes informations within you. You can read information from within the Pacific area. You should go to the Pacific area to regain information needed for now. This can simply be a vacation time. Know that you often are living in a specific area on this planet for very important reasons. What is in your soul DNA and carries in also into your now physical DNA. Yet you may want to or need to visit other areas to complete your information gathering. Again, listen to your inner self. Listen to trusted teachers. And you will find that guide system that you need to help you know where you might need to go. We are information gatherers. You are here to seek and find. It is a game, yet important to your spiritual growth. We learn and teach through games. Playfulness can be a serious teaching tool. Teachers, you know this, don't you? The games may not always be what you call fun. We are highly advanced beings. We see that we have learned most valuable lessons and gained powerful skills through difficulties. You have chosen to advance through these techniques. Bravo. We are here to help. If you have Rh blood type, you have DNA traits for leadership. The pharaohs had this blood type. These are gifts from the stars. Your blood type is proving that the hybrid projects work. Please know that these projects have saved many races from extinction. Rh blood type combined with green eyes means that you have very powerful abilities. Let's talk a little bit about eye colors. Did you know that you have placed information codes and even maps into your eye colors that you chose? For instance, green eyes and astigmatism mean that you have the ability to see into different dimensions very easily and deeply. Your gift of multidimensional sight is exceptional, and you are to know how to use it to see and bring helpful guidance and information to those in need here. Use your sight wisely. Your eyes hold the blueprint of your soul. Look at the iris. Use your intuition. Know that you have maps. You have mapped out everywhere you've been in your iris. Ask and work with your higher self to explore this information. It is you who have the answers. This is another example of you placing clues and discovery tools in this existence, in these timelines, in your many realms in which you play and creatively work. Green eyes mean that you have origin or strong ties to Lyra. You bring powerful information from higher realms into the planes or realms needing growth through this information. Information is a strength for you, and you are entrusted with it due to your allegiance to the highest good for all. You hold wisdom through your information. If you have brown eyes, you are a very old soul on earth, meaning you have reincarnated on earth many times. You are a volunteer. You could bring into Middle Earth information if you choose to. You have that ability. Your warmth and your wisdom show in the color of your eyes. If you have blue eyes, you are a volunteer from ancient times. You are a seer into all realms and all times. Your wisdom shows through clearly in your sparkling blue eyes. If you have a yellow streak in your blue eyes, this means that you come from Andromeda. You may have dreams on spaceships and download mathematics. These are codes. Your downloads are important mathematical codes for here and now. So if you can, write down your dream information as soon as possible. Ask your higher self who you should share it with and how. If you cannot remember, do not fear. The essence of the dreams, the codes given, are processed within your inner core, and you will use the information as it is meant to be used. Memory, as you call it, is overrated. You will always know what you need to know when you need to know it. Think of it. Memory indicates the past. You have learned that there truly is no past or future. There is only now. So within your quantum field, your inner and outer field, you have all information available to you at any time. You choose what, when, why, and how to tap in. Nothing is hidden from you, ever, unless you are playing that game, seek and find. If you have a crown around your pupil, this tells you you are from Pleiades star system. All this shared, please remember that you are a multi-dimensional being. You are eternal. You are very busy in many ways. and you are from everywhere, every when, every time. You choose to identify with particular cosmic arenas due to vibrational frequencies you love to resonate with, but you are never stuck or linked only to one universe, galaxy, star system, planet, or realm. You are an eternal traveler, an explorer, a student, a teacher, a pioneer, often paving the way to new creative times for many to experience. You are where you are because you choose to be. It is always about free will and choice. This is the gift from Divine Creator, who loves you an eternal love. We say thank you for your vitality, endurance, and your willingness to learn and grow. We see you. We are with you. You are never alone, dear ones. We give you our unconditional love, and we see you in peace and harmony always. All right. So you see, my dear ones, you leave yourselves signs, symbols, codes, items in all timelines. You can think of it as leaving breadcrumb trails, connectors. We have certain beauty marks and they have meanings. The Native American cultures, or Aboriginals, whatever we want to call them, Native American cultures in particular, their medicine men and women are born with a specific birthmark. I know this well because of a particular experience that I had when I worked with medically fragile children with multiple disabilities and many terminal, and one of the sweeties that I cared for daily and took care of her in every way, medically, educationally, therapeutically, and also having as much of a family and a home-like experience possible. Because of her terminal condition, she was granted the Make-A-Wish. Remember that? Very wonderful foundation. So another provider and I helped her go to visit her Native American family on reservation, and it was very interesting because one of her brothers has the mark of the medicine man, and it was shown to me and explained to me very, very thoroughly, and it was very interesting. I could see that in him. He was very special, and I would love to meet him once again and see how he's doing now as a medicine man, because by now he would be grown up. So this is one of the beauty marks or marks that we can place on ourselves in a specific time so that we can recognize it and realize, oh, I chose to go into healing in this timeline. So that helps guide yourself to learning more about being a healer. There are triangle marks that you might find on yourself. I have one on my cheek, right about here. Do you see it? It is a triangle. What does that mean? And you need to ask yourself, what does it mean for you? If you find a triangular beauty mark, as we call them beauty marks here, placed on your skin somewhere, why? Why did you place that there? What is the purpose for you? For me, it is a recorder. It is a recorder. And I'll go into that more in a moment, but I'll also remind you of, I've talked with many of you about recorders that are placed, holographic recorders, always in a triangular shape, within crystals. I've talked to you about this very special crystal of mine. And I have used my loupe. This is a loupe, a jeweler's magnifying glass, magnifies times 10. And you can take this and hold your crystals up into the sunlight, and then use your loupe to look into your crystal, and you might find recorders. And what they are is they actually are holographic. You can see that because they're prism-like, like the chakra colors, prism-like, colorful, yet holographic, transparent sort of, translucent we'll say. And inside, I have several in here, and I've forgotten how many, but several, more than 7. And so they hold codes of information. And I've told you the story of my crystal. And we'll go into that more in another time, perhaps on a Let's Talk Truth. Again, I just want you to remember about the recorders, and they're always in a triangular shape. It's very purposeful because of the pyramid shape as well. So this is a recorder on me that I placed on here to remember specific things. One of the things that I have recently realized is that I was to do work on the pyramids, and I have been doing that since the conception of my Visioning with Julie B Ministries. And many of you have been with me in that work, and I thank you very much. But I have messages and informations placed on me to remind myself of work, creative work, that I have to do with many of you. So if you have crystals, and if you can get a magnifying glass, like a loupe or any kind of magnifying glass, take a look and see what you might find, and inspect your own body. You might find one on you, and ask, what does it mean? Investigate why it is there. What does it mean to you? Rely on your higher self. Go within. Pray, meditate, ask for guidance. If you have an M on your palm of your hand, if you cup your hand, if you see an M, you carry information from Lemuria. I have an M on both hands. It's most pronounced on this hand, on my left hand. Divine Creator gives us the right and the responsibility to explore, create, learn, grow into the best versions of ourselves, which is ever evolving and ever expanding and ever loving. You have created this life for yourself to experience, learn, and grow. Look for your signs, your symbols, which you have left for yourself. Remember that you can do that. And I will talk to you about my crystal right now. It's a very important story. We have history and her story, right? We have stories. And we are forever creating stories. Now, the story of this crystal is that I did place this into the Himalayan mountains. This is a black quartz Tibetan double tourmalated crystal, perfectly formed like this. I placed it in the Himalayan mountains to then be found, mined, and found, and to go through the many stages that it went through to finally end up in the small little city that I live in a crystal shop, which I frequented because I was so happy that they were there, and they're no longer here. It was for a time and a season so that I could find my baby here. And I came into the store that day, and they had some new crystals, and this little one was singing to me. The frequencies are amazing, and I had to have it. I knew it was mine, and I took it home, and then I wrapped it in sterling silver and some copper wire and some jasmine beads, because jasmine is a nurturing stone for nurturers. And this has tremendous love and power and frequencies within it. It's a beautiful crystal, and it is my baby. You may go into a crystal store, for instance, and you might just, be completely drawn to a specific crystal. And if you are, pick it up, get it, bring it home, and see what it might do for you. Many crystals have meaning and are meant to be with you. They are created for us, for joy and for the frequencies that they hold. And they're, this beautiful earth, for instance, and other planets also create these beautiful crystals, because it is all about the vibrational frequencies that are to work together. And these are some beautiful moonstone pyramid stones that I got a few years ago, quite a few years ago. I always have them right here. They're good energy. Look for whatever is, listen and look and pay attention, and you will find the items. But also not just crystals now, many different signs and symbols that you might be recognizing the more you awaken and pay attention. Know that just being here, you are helping in the ascension process, here and now. Whatever your eye color, whatever information you download, whether you remember or not, you are accomplishing exactly what you were meant to do. So calm your heart and know this. You are exactly where you are meant to be. If you are guided to go somewhere, listen, go. You will receive codes, and you will know what to do with them at just the right time. And remember that you can even, because you are multidimensional, you can even meet another you. And I'm going to give you an example that many of you are aware of. Remember when we were working on the visioning prayer session for Nikola Tesla to help him open the portals that were blocked in the chambers under the Bosnian pyramid complex? Because he communicated through someone, and I brought this to all of you, that he had some codes and some symbols that held codes that needed to be found, remember? And they needed to be used to open blockages that were happening in the chambers under the Bosnian pyramid complex. Work that he was trying to do, but he had been blocked when he was here on the earth. He had been blocked. They wouldn't allow him to do his work, and it was hurting him. So he was asking for help. And so remember that we took the challenge. We took on the mission, and we went in there, and we helped Nikola. We found the blockages. We opened them up. We cleared them. And then that energy, those frequencies were able to come through and then move up the pyramids and go up into our beautiful sun and open blockages there, open a portal, a stargate, which was absolutely vital to be opened. This was important work. We did this by listening to our hearts and knowing that it was the right thing to do. Whether people think we're crazy or not, we don't concern ourselves with that. Because we're here to do this good work on behalf of everyone, even those who think we're crazy. Then remember the story of Nikola. Remember that as he's channeling through this beautiful woman who was sweet and open and just blessed to be able to let Nikola speak and tell this story so that we could help. He explained what happened when he was a young boy, 14 or 16 years old, and he was walking home from school, and he met an old man in the forest. Do you remember? And the old man in the forest stopped him. He even grabbed him by the arm. This was so urgent. And he said, you need to take this and hide it until you can decode it. And young Nikola didn't really know what to say or do. Didn't know what he was going to be doing with it. But he did take it. This paper with 3 different symbols, each holding important codes. So he took it and then he hid it underneath a shelving unit in his lab at school. And then the school closed and he didn't get that paper back. Do you remember the story? And so when Nikola left here, passed on, it had been bothering him that this was not accomplished. That's why he was asking for the help. Now, so what happened was, as this woman was helping Nicola, she helped Nicola go back to find where this paper was. He found it. This is what we can do in the Spirit. It's just the way it is. So during this channeling, this woman is helping Nicola move back into this time, and he finds the paper and he sees the codes, and he's able to describe the codes to this woman, and she draws them. We helped decode them, and we helped open up these blockages, and as I said, the work that was done. Now, after this visioning prayer session, I have not forgotten the work done, and there's more to do. And I was meditating and praying, and when I'm doing that, I'm often going to see portals, to work on portals, to go through portals, or just to see something. Now, so here I am, and suddenly I see a portal open, and it was kind of off to the right. Isn't it interesting? I'm just realizing this. This is on the right cheek, and this portal was off to the right. So often they're right in front of me or right above me, but this was off to the right. And so I'm seeing this and actually kind of help opening the portal, because I do this. And then I saw an old man, humped over, kind of an old man, scruffy, messy gray hair, walking, shuffling to go through the portal. And I'm saying, to myself, I feel like I know him. And I tell myself, yes, you do. That's Nicola. That's the old man in the forest. And then I realized at that time, Nicola, young Nicola, met his self, because Nicola is a multi-dimensional traveler and worker. He does important work everywhere. He's a blessing to everywhere. So Nicola, the old man, came because he had beings after him for these codes. They're very important codes. He brought them to that timeline when he's young, for his young self to take them and hide them. These are the things we do. Believe it or not. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't, matter. If you don't believe it, it doesn't make it not so. These are the multidimensional big beings that we are, and the responsibilities that we are given. And so, this story about how Nicola did this, actually, I'm pulling all of this together right now from these messages that we've received in this transmission, which I'm a part of. That, do you see how we can travel and bring important messages, codes, symbols, and even to another one of ourselves for very important reasons? And you see how we need each other. We need each other. Nicola needed to find someone with the right frequency vibrational sequences who could, and he'd never channeled through anyone before, he said. He's very shy. He's a very soft, sweet, humble, shy character, which, in wherever he is, that is just, like the inner part of him. But he needed to find just that right one who would be willing to go to another who's able, with the sweetness that she had, to facilitate this channeling and let this come through. And then I found it, and I brought it to so many of you, sweet family. And thank you for your trust when I say this is a mission we need to do, and you go through it with me. Thank you. Because we did important work on every one of our visioning processions, including this one for Nicola. And he's grateful. But the work was done, and that's what I was being shown. He was going back in. He was showing me him, himself as, and verifying, yes, I'm the old man in the forest. Meeting up with my younger self, bringing symbols, and then you're going to find them and you're going to do this work. Isn't it beautiful? So trust yourselves. You are amazing. For the judgers, for those that are still stuck in the old programming that might criticize you and judge you for what you are coming into knowing, I just advise you, love them, but let that bounce off, because don't let that hold you back from doing important work like this, because it's for the highest good of all. And so I thank you all for being a part of this creative work play that we do. Just remember, please, keep your frequencies high, your hearts light, and pray without ceasing and play without ceasing. And know that our work is play and our play is work. Early childhood educators, you know this very well, that children need to and want to learn important lessons through play. And so we need to be creative. We get to be creative and learn and grow. And it is for the expansion of God consciousness, our divine creator, who is so full of love. She, creator, burst open that beautiful heart, we'll say, and let all of us come into being and be a part of this amazing thing called love. This amazing thing called the light. Is there darkness? Absolutely. We cannot know the light without understanding the dark. We cannot understand cold without understanding the heat, right? How could you, as I've said before, how could you even comprehend the comfort of a cozy blanket if you've not experienced the uncomfortable cold? So you see, this is all part of creation for a reason. The opposites, they all come together. They are all part of the one. And they play a very important part in beingness, in life. So we don't judge one or the other. And we are grateful for everything, because bottom line, what it does is it helps us be love. This is what we want to do. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And please let this bless you, and bring it in and process it, and let it be implemented into what you are called to do. May the heavenly source bless you and keep you. May the gracious Shem shine and vibrate through you and bring you peace. May you go deep into your heart and bring forth the love you are to resonate with all in your path. May your heart always be filled to overflowing, and may your eye be single and clear. May your crown be always open to the divine in love and unity. Amen. I love you all. Thanks so much for your time. Julie B, over and out.